Yo, welcome to the Joseph session where we joke all things entertainment. I go by the name of Fly Guy Ace. I'm back. I had some issues going on, some family issues. I haven't been giving y'all content. I missed a lot, but I'm back. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm definitely about to be more consistent and getting back on it how I was. Shout out to everybody that got me up so I could start going live. I'm about to start going live. I missed a lot, man. I missed the Devin and Shakur, uh, Keyshawn Tank shenanigans, the Boots Xander fight, man. The Abdullah and Bell fight yesterday, which was a great fight, great card. I've been keeping up with it. The Boots and Xander fight was a great fight. The craziness going on with Shakur, Keyshawn, Tank, and Devin has been crazy. So I'm just here to voice my opinion on everything I missed, man. Like I said again, shout out to the Fly Gang community for getting me up to 50 subscribers where I can start going live. I'm about to start going live with y'all more consistent. With that being said, let's joke, you hear me? Devin and Shakur. A lot of people saying Shakur a duck. He should just sign the contract. I think there's a lot more going on with that than it meets the eye. I feel like the only reason Shakur haven't signed the contract is because I feel like he know if he signed it. Bill's so smart, man. I always say Bill is one of the smartest managers, promoters, trainers in the game. Well, not trainers for as top, but promotion and managing his son and making the best decision for him besides the Ryan decision and getting in the emotions in that fight. Bill, one of the best to do it, man. But I feel Shakur know if he signed that contract, he giving leverage to Bill and Devin to be able to petition and say, hey, look, we have the champion at 140, because 140 and 147, you know how that is. We got the champion at 140 moving up to a catch weight where we fighting the champion down here. Being that he's a champion, we should be allowed to keep the belt. And after we see how this go, fight for our belt and defend it against our mandatory. And I think Shakur looking at it like that, and I think Bill knows Shakur looking at it like that, and what that would do, it will hold Keyshawn career up, because Keyshawn is the mandatory. They just mandated that. So he was saying in the interview, if you drop the belt and give the opportunity to Keyshawn to fight for the belt, I'll sign the contract. But I think that belt is leverage for Dev and Bill. Bill know that. That's why Bill was so adamant on getting Shakur to sign it and saying, well, we want to fight Shakur, so the belt he knew he had a possibility he could keep that belt, which he don't want to give it up. And that way he'll still have his belt, be able to fight Shakur, win or lose. He still have his belt to defend against his mandatory, which is Keyshawn. And I feel like Shakur and Keyshawn don't want to sit around waiting on you. I don't know if he would have took a fight in between. I know Keyshawn liked the fight. I know he trying to probably get back in the ring. So it was like, man, fuck all that, brother. What you doing? What you doing, man? What you doing with the belt? You want me to sign, drop the belt, say he's dropping the belt. Let the people know you dropping the belt. Send a petition. Let's get it on. I think that's how that went. In my personal opinion, I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. But anyway, I do feel like that's why he even said, look, we could do a double hitter. Look, I'll fight you, Keyshawn, and once I beat you, let me get a contract with you, Shakur, saying you'll fight me the next fight after Keyshawn. So now you want the Keyshawn fight, and then you want to hold Shakur up. It's just a lot. Like that's like when it comes to them contracts and things like that, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you kind of stuck. So I understand there's a lot going on. I don't feel like none of them ducking nobody. Like O'Shaquie Foster, I don't feel like he ducking O'Shaquie Foster. In my honest opinion, I think Shockey is a good fighter, have good skills, know how to use his length, uh, know how to fight behind his jab, have one of the best jabs in boxing to me. But that fight against Ford, it really didn't show me nothing. He didn't show me he could take it to another level. He just showed me he had another level of endurance. Honestly, he picked it up. He didn't do nothing different. He from what he did from the beginning of the fight, straight shots. That's all he did. He didn't really throw no hooks in. He was putting his combos together. I think that's all he did. He picked up his activity. He didn't show me a different level of something I didn't know Shockey could do. And I think Raymond Ford gassed. So when it comes to him calling out Shakur, I want to see that fight, but I don't like, that's not a 50-50 fight to me. That's not a fight where I feel like Shakur is ducking. I think it's money, and like we keep building it. Russell, not Russell. That's a good fight. Russell, he saw the tweet Shakur made when he told Rayo, I'd rather fight Russell than you. Russell beat you. And a lot of people saying he ducking Rayo. I don't be understanding this boxing world. How is he ducking Rayo? How is he ducking Rayo when he called out somebody who beat Rayo? And if y'all think Rayo can beat Shakur, to each his own. You feel what I'm saying? But ducking, that y'all use that ducking word too loosely for me. Like y'all feel like they said Roach, ducking Foster. Man, I done came back in the boxing world, and it's just a lot of craziness, man. Y'all, I don't know, man, what's going on, bro? Tank, I see Tank came back. I see Tank and Shakur got on the scale, 148, 147. Now, okay, now let me ask y'all this. See, all of them, I think, was it just Tank and Shakur fussing about showing their weight? Because y'all notice Dev never showed this weight. Now the thing is, and I don't care if he did or not, my thing is, Shakur showed y'all he's 148. He have no fight coming up. He's 148 with no fight coming up. How much do y'all think Dev weigh? Y'all, everybody was saying Shakur not a small guy. Woo woo woo. He stood on the scale for y'all. He 147, Tank. I mean, he 148, Tank 147. He gave y'all the proof y'all need. Dev didn't do that, but I think it was a smart move by Dev. I saw Bill hop on the scale and show he was 200. I think that was a smart move by Dev because, man, Bill's smart, man. Like I said, I feel like he's one of the best to do it, bro. He know, like I know, give your son all the advantages, and if they have any chance of having an advantage on their side, is that weight over Shakur. Because skill for skill, Dev is a very skillful fighter, but when it comes to skills and ring IQ, when it comes to Shakur, bar none, I feel like he the best in the game. That's just my opinion. And I feel like Dev do know how to use that size. He's much stronger at 147, and I feel like he will be coming in at least at the minimum 20 pounds heavier than Shakur. I don't even think Shakur come in. It's crazy. He 148 right now with no fight, not in training camp. He's a 135 pounder, bro. I mean, but hey, who am I? Just a commentator, just a journalist covering the sport. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think nobody ducking nobody. I think Keyshawn a live dog in that Devin Haney fight. I think it's gonna be a great fight. If I had to give it to somebody, just off of the logical answer and the smartest bet, I'll bet with Dev to win, but I'm a gambler, so if that fight arise and they do fight, I'm rolling with Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn. He remind me so much of Bud, man. And his fighting style, I remember when Bud, see a lot of people, I don't know how long y'all been watching Bud, but at one point Bud was definitely undisciplined, used to fight with his heart on his sleeve. That's how he got caught most of the time. You hit him, he want to get back, so he opened himself up for, as he got older, he started to get more patient and started to put everything together. But you saw the greatness in Bud when he was young. Same thing with Keyshawn. So that'd be a good test for Keyshawn to me, Devin Haney. I think Bill know that, and I think that's the hold up because he's definitely the mentor. I think they gave him 20 days like last week before to make the fight. So moving on with Xander and Boots. Damn. That's how you know I ain't been talking, doing nothing. I've been chilling, bro. Big chilling. I've been big chilling. Go ahead, go back to sleep, my bad. When I had my fan on, you keep barking and shit. All right. Boots and Xander. I knew Boots was gonna take that. I knew it was gonna be too much for Xander. I knew a fight was gonna be as good as it was gonna be while it lasted. I knew Boots was gonna catch up to him, put him down. Around the same time, I was saying 7-8. I had that Boots a live dog, man. Xander is a beast, man. He got hard. I hear people saying he quit. In my honest opinion, man, when Xander went down that last time, if you see the camera angle was crazy, he looked to his corner and you can see his corners jumping on the ring, waving their hand to the ref. So when y'all see Xander look at his corner and was like, man, damn, and shake his head, yeah, he was acknowledging them getting on the ring, calling the fight. Xander did not quit. He's not speaking up, but I'm pretty sure if y'all feel like he's a quitter, man, that's just crazy. I think y'all just be needing shit to talk about. Xander is not a quitter. He's a live dog. He gonna be a beast. He gonna be back. I do think he should move up. I'm not saying that was an excuse because he looked great in that fight. He didn't look different. And the reason I feel like he didn't box, because I feel like, in my honest opinion, I feel like boxing would have helped him. A lot of people feel like boxing wouldn't have helped him, but I feel like his best course of action was to box Boots and fight him how he fought the whole fight in spurts. I feel like he had a better chance of beating Boots like that because he's a great boxer. He showed his heart. He showed he can take punches because he went to war with Boots. Xander was getting hit with some shit. Took him 7 rounds to get out there, man. So I feel like if he would have got in his boxing bag earlier, and then basically how Bud fought Canelo, I feel like that was his best course of action against Boots, if you ask me in my honest opinion. I want to see Boots and Fundora. I don't think Fundora gonna take that fight. PBC, y'all, I don't know if y'all know how they is with their fighter. They try to keep it in-house, especially with everything going on with El Heyman and Floyd. I feel like it's way bigger, and that's why they doing that like that. That's why I feel like Tank, if Tank come to his senses, man, there's a lot of money to be made over there at the ring with Turkey and shit. I hope Tank do come to his senses and see that, because I understand the loyalty and things of that nature. But like Floyd said with his interview with Cameron, like, you could be with somebody for so long and, you know what I'm saying, shit just don't work out, even like a married couple. What you hear? What you hear? That's that rain. All right, and now moving on with Abdullah Mason and Bell. I called that fight. I got text messages with my guy. I can show you. I called that fight exactly how it went. I felt like Abdullah was going to be down early, and Bell was going Abdullah was going to be down early, invest in the body, and Bell wasn't going to be able to stay away from him for 12 rounds. That's how I felt it was going to go. I saw it going exactly how it was. It was the matter of will Abdullah step it up and go get him when he's supposed to, which he done. I called that fight. Abdullah, I love that guy, man. He's a great kid, great boxer, great everything. I love everything about him and his brothers and his dad, man. Shout out Abdullah, shout out Boots, shout out Xander, shout out Bell, shout out Tank, shout out Shakur, shout out Devin Haney, shout out Keyshawn, man. They all great fighters. I just want to see everybody mix it up, but I don't feel like nobody ducking We've been getting great fights. I want to keep getting great fights. Tiger Johnson, shout out boy, put on that fucking masterclass against a tough opponent. Shu, I definitely feel like Shu put up a great performance. I feel like he could have picked it up, but I feel like Shu should move up, in my honest opinion. I know he waiting on that innerweight fight, but I think he should move up. That was a great performance by Shu. But Shu remind me of somebody like Floyd Shakur. Not saying he as good as Floyd or Shakur. I'm just saying if they up and you're gonna make it an easy night for them, they're gonna take it. Palacio, he's a different fighter. He aggressive. Come on, he's talked all that shit about what he was gonna do and not let Shu sit back. He gave that fight up. He's gonna be beating himself in the head today about that fight last night. Tiger Johnson, like I said, man, I thought he was gonna stop him. Dude just had a tough opponent. Opponent was a tough guy. The Mason brothers did very good. One of them was in a brawl. He came out on top. He did what he needed to do. Hit another one with another tough opponent. I don't know if it was Ibrahim. That's the rain, baby girl. Come on now. Don't get scared. Both of them had tough opponents. But I love what the Mason brothers did. Shoot, Scooter Davis, he had a live dog. They saying he's not what he is, man. He just had a experienced fighter in there who wasn't scared, who had a lot of confidence, who was very, very experienced and did what he fought the best fight he could fight against Scooter. Scooter definitely needs to work on his patience and not rush things, because he could have got dude out there if he would have just used his head. But you know, knockout artists and young kids who come from knocking motherfuckers out, if he would have got to him, you could see dude ain't want none of them problems. And I feel like the scorecard was exactly how I thought they was. I don't know what the commentators were saying, but I felt like dude was doing good in spurts, but I feel like Scooter was winning that fight convincingly. Was it a good fight? Yes. Did the other guy get some rounds and get some good? Was he having success? Yes, but I feel like Scooter won that fight. Just like with Abdullah, I feel like Abdullah was winning that fight. I feel like he took 1-2 of the early rounds, and the whole second half he dominated, which I was thinking he was gonna catch up to him and stop him. Before the fight started, I knew he was gonna go to that body, chop that tree down, and Bell wasn't gonna last. What else we got, man? That's that rain, y'all. What else we got? What else I want to talk about? All right, look, that's it for now. I'm going live again tonight. My live wire. Shout out to everybody subscribe, man. They got the boy channel where it's at. Salute y'all for being part of this Fly Gang community, man. We about to turn the fuck up. You hear me? I go by Fly Guy Ace, man. It's the Joseph session where we talk all things entertainment. You hear me? With that being said, let's Jose, my brother. You hear me? Womp womp.